When you're ready to purchase a subscription to BrokrBindr, there are two easy steps. Most of the work we're going to do is going to be here in the profile. We're going to click on that. You might get a guide message like that one. And you're going to click on the second tab, which is subscription. And for many people, it's going to be as simple as filling in the 4 fields that are here. And we'll go into that in just a second. Before you start that, however, this message says, and this will apply for most of you, you're the owner of your own agency, so to go ahead to make sure that you've got it configured correctly to make sure you're buying the right thing. What I'm really asking you to do is go over to not your profile here, but rather your settings to start. We're going to visit one tab on the settings area, and that's agency. And here, all you're going to do is just make sure that you're selecting the right target plan. When you click here, you'll see there's a drop down. In addition to the trial version of BrokrBindr, there are 3 paid versions that give you different capabilities. For many of you, it's going to be the premium edition, but it can be either the solo or the agency. So you're going to simply choose the version of BrokrBindr that is of interest to you. And if you're wondering about the differences between the various plans, well, you can always consult the BrokrBindr pricing page, and those differences are highlighted very nicely. Okay, so if you've done that one step in settings, agency, and selected your target plan, we're going to assume here for the moment that we're sticking with premium. We're going to now jump over to the profile, and this again is where you're going to do most of your actual work. First thing to do is to specify your billing address. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, after having filled in the addressing information, we now can just click on the button to update, and we'll get a green message here that invites us to simply move on. We're going to scroll down here to move on to the next step, the payment method, and that's what you'll see here too. So we're going to just do that. On the payment method, we're going to now click on the green button to add a payment method. This is where you'll specify your credit card information. Next, we're going to specify the address information. Now, if this is if you have information in your profile, you can click this button and it'll automatically fill it in. But if it's not right, you can click no and just type it in. So that's really up to you to specify that. You do have to, however, before you click next step, you do have to come over here and create a payment method using that green button. So there we go, creating the payment method, and that's now locked and loaded. It's ready to be used, and we have a card that's set up and ready to proceed. So the next step, again, we scroll down and click the next step for the actual subscription. Once again, we're going to choose a plan, and it is very important that it matches the choice we made over in the settings. That's again why you're seeing this yellow message, just to make sure that you have it correspond. Since we chose premium, we can choose to either pay quarterly, which is $99 a month, in which case we'd be paying for 3 months, $99 each month. If we go to the annual version, we'll pay less, but it'll be $89 times 12 months. So let's assume that that's what we're doing, and that's the payment method we're going to use. So here are some details related to what we're going to be buying, the date of creation, all that stuff, so that's great. And a very important step, you have to specify the number of licenses that you want. Here's the actual amount of pre-tax that you're going to be charged. And again, super important, if you're a single user and you want just one license, that's going to be good for the entire year. It's going to be created on this date, and the next renewal date will be a year from now. All that's great. You fill in that quantity and you're good to go. If you're an agency owner and you're buying more than one, whether it's 2 or 22, just put in the right number of licenses and off you go. Again, very important, click the apply button here to make that effective. And you'll see that the taxes applicable in your jurisdiction will also be calculated and move forward. So again, we're going to click the green apply button and wait for just a sec. And next step, it's going to say kind of thank you, and we're going to go on to the next step for licenses. This is the last step. And once we're here, happily, there's no message. That's exactly what it should say. And it just is a confirmation that we're good. So there we go. Now going forward, at any point, you as a now paid subscriber to BrokrBindr can come back in here and look at the details related to your subscription. So you notice that on this profile tab, your subscription now has a number of other tabs in it, in addition to the first 4 that had been here before. There's that invoicing address that was there. That payment method is also still there, and you could add another one or remove this one, etc. anytime. There's the subscription information that we specified. So there's the date and renewals and everything else. You can check that for yourself anytime. And there's that licensing information. Again, you go to the settings agency to see that. There is a summary here, and you can cancel anytime. You can do that anytime. There's no obligation with BrokrBindr, I'm happy to say. And further on the payment as well, just to be double sure, you can remove your credit card from here anytime, completely up to you. And if you want to change credit cards or something else going on, you can add a payment method. What's new after you've completed your subscription is that you can jump over here to the change plan. If for some reason you wanted to go from solo to agency or agency to premium or whatever, this is the spot where you do that. And here's something very important. You can at any time go and download your own invoices and generate your own statement by just visiting this one tab, clicking on the details view, and you'd be able to take that invoice and print it for yourself or send yourself an email. Whenever you need an invoice for accounting purposes, you can do that for yourself really anytime at all. So there you go. Very easy to buy a subscription to BrokrBindr. Hope that this was simple. And if there's anything that we can do to make the process even easier for you, don't hesitate to reach out and ask. Have a great day. Thanks for listening.